or anything like that, but I am Robin Nestler, and I am president of Set Her Free organization, which is an organization that empowers young women in Kampala, Uganda. And first of all, I want to thank all of you guys for being here on a Saturday especially. I want to thank Michelle and some other speakers, because I just want to let you know that by us talking here for a brief period of time, and you guys all being here, and Drew's charitable donation, we can put one new girl into school for one full term. So we're doing that right now. So thank you so much. Like I said, my name is Robin Nestler, and just real quickly about me, grew up in Southern California, mom of 4 kids, wanted to work, I didn't want to work, wanted to be a mom, my full choice, and I don't regret a second of it. I went to San Diego State University and got a bachelor's degree in business management and ran a organization of salesmen for maybe a year and a half and couldn't wait to get out of there and just do my mom thing. I was fortunate enough to be a stay-at-home mom and raise my 4 kids, like I said. They are ages 21 to 20 and 9 now. 3 of them have moved back to California. They're much more sensible than their mother, who is still here in New Jersey. Because I have a little 2-year-old granddaughter that keeps me here right now, so I can't go anywhere. I fell into what I do. I don't believe it was a coincidence. I believe it was a meeting meant to be. I'll tell you a little bit more about that as we get going. But that's just me in a nutshell. I'm kind of also want to just reflect on what you just saw. You really don't have to be anybody to do something. You also don't have to start it at 51 like I did. Everybody is capable of something. Whether we have the talent that this man has or not, we do have our own individual talents, and we all have passion, which is what we have to strive to follow. So with that, I want to introduce Laura, who is also our VP of Developmental Organizational Development. One of our VPs of the organization, and she's been with us for 6 months. She'll tell you a little bit about herself.
My name is Laura Chiroka. I'm local here. She's Robin's in Chatham, so she's very local to Drew. I live in Westfield. My background, I went to Rutgers University. I have a degree in IT, and which I've never used, and I hope I never use. And I have a master's degree in communication. I have 2 children, and I'm about to be a grandmother in 2 months, so I'm pretty excited about that. I came into Set Her Free completely and absolutely by accident. Although I don't believe in accidents, like she doesn't believe in coincidences. Robin and one of our other vice president, Kieran Dhaliwal, presented at the local Rotary Club meeting, of which my husband is a member. And he came home, and it was like close to our wedding anniversary, and he brings home a bracelet like this and a brochure that's on the table. And he said, oh, well, they were speaking today, and I thought the bracelets were pretty, and so here you go. And he gave it to me, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you. And I'm reading the brochure, and the brochure haunted me, absolutely haunted me. And I waited another month, and I kept reading it and going on the website and reading it and checking to make sure it wasn't one of these fly-by-night, organizations out of Kenya that, you call the next day and they're gone. And I felt so strongly, it hurt me to think that 8-year-old girls were working in restaurants at 3 in the morning, or worse yet, part of the sex trafficking. And it really got to me, and I sent them some money, and I sent them an email, and I said, this is what I do. And basically she's the heart and soul, she is the passion, and I am the really boring part. I keep things running. And
we need each other desperately.
And what I do is I put a structure underneath her passion. She runs with the ball, and I say, stop, we have to have a meeting about that. And make sure that we've got a board of directors that is active, and as boring as it sounds, it's necessary, and that's what I do. So that's basically what I do to support Set Her Free, and now we're going to go into more about what Set Her Free is.
So Set Her Free, after my kids were reaching the age of they were all going to leave me and I was going to be really bored and didn't know what to do with my life, I was taking some kids down to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina and doing kind of Habitat for Humanity type work. Mind you, I had overalls, helmets, masks, and I don't go anywhere without my mascara. So like this was a really big deal for me. But it was awesome and I loved it. And I realized that I really, really, really love helping people. After doing that for about 3 years, I realized even more so that I really love helping people help themselves. I worked for 3 years at Lifetime Athletics in Berkeley Heights, just because I work out and I'm there all the time, so I might as well be there and work as well, just to give me something to do. And I just said, put me out in front, I just need to talk to people. And help them with whatever issues they have, however way I can do it. So I kind of worked around the club in various jobs, but mostly up in front. And it was there that I met a man who came in, and like I said, I don't believe in things, coincidences. I did at the time, but that's changed. He came in and told me that he takes people to Uganda on vision trips. And I came home and within 24 hours told my family that I was going to travel to Uganda. And I left them on Thanksgiving alone for the first time ever. And I entertained Thanksgiving, mind you, for about 20 relatives all here in New Jersey. Told them I hope they knew how to cook a turkey because I was going to Uganda with a group of people. I didn't even know who I was going with. And I traveled for two and a half weeks when I was there. That was in 2009 of November, and I have not stopped since. I was going pretty much every 6 months sponsoring a child. I met Rubina, the founder of our organization. And in January of 2011, she asked me if I would help her start an organization of our own. So Set Her Free was born in January of 2011. The mission, our mission, I just want to tell you real quick, and then I'm going to show you a little documentary, a short, brief documentary that we just finished, that will give you a little bit of an idea of what we do and where we do it and what the girls are like. When she was 14, she's 18 now. She was with another organization. I went back again maybe 6 months or a year later, and I saw her back on the streets. Doing prostitution, selling little things for her mother, trying to help her mother make amends. When I met her, she stood tall and proud, just like she was now. When I saw her again in the street, she couldn't even lift her head to look at me in the face, and we really didn't know each other that well. And at that time, I went to Rubina and I said, we have to take her. I will take her. Whatever we have to do, we have to get her back. We have to get the Maureen that I know back. So anyway, so Maureen was one of our first graduates. I'm sorry. She is in fashion design school now. She's graduated from high school and she's in fashion design. She sells some of her designs. She, of course, wants to come to New York City, and that would be my dream to bring her here. She sells some of her designs in the local areas. She's really creative. Like, she made me some baby clothes for my little grandbaby, and that I just brought back this last time, and sewed actually the paper beads that we make on them as little designs. And some of this money is actually able to help her mother make some money. So anyway, that gives you a little bit idea of what we do. I just want to say that all of us are born with the ability to make a choice. There are, to make the choice to go to school, to further our education, to marry, to find a career, to have children, all these wonderful things. And there are so many girls worldwide that are not given this choice just based on gender alone. As a matter of fact, there are today 250 million adolescent girls that don't have the basic choices that we do, that are uneducated and living in poverty worldwide. So just in talking to you for the 2 minutes that it describes me, that it takes me to describe this to you, out of those 250 million girls, in these 2 minutes, there are 54 girls that will give birth. 90% of those girls will have been child brides or sexually exploited in some way, shape, or form, and 4 of those girls will die due to complications from childbirth. Just in that 2 minutes it took me to tell you that. So I just want to say, imagine for 1 minute, less than 1 minute, what our world would be like globally if all 250 million of those girls had the choice to be educated. What the change would be. We have, it's a known fact, adolescent girls are the world's greatest source of untapped human potential in the world today. So, here is Laura.